Hello children, welcome back to yet another video lesson in English. So far we have completed 3 stories and 1 poem from your main textbook and 3 stories from the supplementary textbook. In this video lesson we shall deal with another poem from the main textbook. The name of our poem is Geography Lesson written by Zulfikar Ghosh. Before getting into the poem in detail, let us see who is Zulfikar Ghosh. He was born on March 23, 1935 and he is a Pakistani American novelist. He is also an essayist. Zulfikar is a resident of Texas. His works are primarily related with magical realism and all sort of his works deal with a blend of fantasy and realism. This poem, Geography Lesson, starts in a very delightful manner and it gives us some sort of wisdom. Surely the poet gives us some philosophical thoughts. We have to analyze and rethink about that. So anyway, before getting into detailed explanation of the poem, let us see what the poet speaks about. This poem is written from the perspective of a person who is observing the city from above. He may be traveling in a jet plane. As that man ascends the heights in the sky, he is able to understand the real meaning of geography. As the plane took off from the ground and went into the sky, it becomes clear why the city was developed in a certain way. We all know when we reach a height, we can see everything in a very clear manner. From that certain height, the city started to look smaller in size. A mile was reduced to 6 inches on the scale. Here, scale means the marking in maps. That means, suppose for 10,000 kilometers, they may give 1 centimeter. That reduced the marking in the map, that is scale. But what looked haphazard and without logic on the ground seemed inevitable and necessary when viewed from the sky. That means whatever things which are disorganized and not at all relevant or not at all important in this earth seemed to be very much important when the poet sees from the sky. When the plane attained 10,000 of height, the logic of geography unraveled itself. The speaker is able to comprehend that it is land and water that attracts man or habitation. We all know in the history lessons we have studied early civilization started near the river valleys. We have studied the examples of Harappa, Mohenjo-daro and all that, isn't it? Yes. And therefore, many cities developed where the rivers were flowing and the valleys too were populated for similar reasons. As the plane attained another 6 miles, it became amply clear that the earth was round and there was more water than land. However, the logic of geography failed to answer one particular question. The speaker was unable to understand why people hate and kill each other. Why was there a need to build walls across the cities? Even from that height, the causes behind human hatred remained unclear. That means, however man achieved greatness or however he developed in science and technology, the simple reasons behind the hatred nature of humans can't be understood. Let us go to the detailed explanation of the poem in the stanza ways. In this poem, mainly 3 stanzas are there, and let us go to the first stanza. When the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the sky had developed the way it had, seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile. There seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned and without style when the jet sprang into the sky. So in this first stanza, the poet shares his perspective, that means his view about the city when he saw it from a certain height. When the plane took off from the ground, set to touch the sky, the poet could see the city in a miniature way. That means in a very small manner. An area spread over a mile was reduced to 6 inches on the scale when viewed from above. That means a very great distance is reduced to a small form in the map. That, for example, about 10,000 kilometers may be shown as 1 centimeter in the map. That is the scale or the reading in the map. Seeing a city in its wholesome perspective, the poet is unable to understand why the city is designed in that way. What appeared haphazard and unplanned on the ground gained clarity and order when viewed from that height. That means whatever things that are unplanned and not at all important in this earth seemed to be having so much importance when he viewed it from the height. Let us go to the second stanza. Here it tells like this. When the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities, where the rivers ran and why the valleys were populated. The logic of geography that land and water attracted man was clearly delineated when the jet reached 10,000 feet. In this second stanza, the poet feels enlightened to understand the logic of geography. Soon, the plane attained 10,000 feet in height. It was no longer difficult for the poet to understand the logic of geography or the way the geographical and territorial spaces are designed. He understood that water and land were essential for human existence. Therefore, the areas near the rivers were abundantly populated. The fact that water and land attracted man was made visible from this height. Okay, this much thing you are very much familiar with. That means in history you have already studied the early civilization, or now also the growth of industries and the growth of anything happens near the river valleys. The same thing the poet understood when he reached 10,000 feet of height. So let us move to the third stanza or to the concluding stanza. When the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear the earth was round and that it had more sea than land. But it was difficult to understand that the men on the earth found causes to hate each other, to build walls across cities and to kill. From that height, it was not clear why. In this third stanza, that means in the concluding stanza, the poet shares mankind's shame at not being able to understand the mystery behind human hatred. That means when the plane attained another 6 miles, it was easier to understand that the earth was round and there was more water than land. But what he just could not understand was that why men hated and killed each other. He could not understand the reason behind building high walls and creating ill feelings towards others. Geography was never about borders, barriers, territorial differences when seen from above. Man had given these meanings to geography, and why man did that he just couldn't gather. The poet feels very shameful towards the attitude of humans. Men are always interested in creating borders and boundaries. They are selfish. Men always want to own or to possess things his own. He is never ready to share it with others. The poet is very much shameful about this attitude of humans. So, the moral of the poem is that we shall use natural resources like land and water wisely. Also, we shall all live together on harmony and not fight with each other over simple or trivial things. In this way, we can make earth a beautiful place to live. I hope you all understood the poem. I think you will also follow the idea behind this poem in your lives. So anyway, we can see again with another lesson from the textbook. So till then, goodbye. Thank you.